Welcome to Beth's Happy Home. If you're getting ready to make this delectable dessert, Pina Colada cake, you're going to want to start by lighting 24 briquettes and wait to start preparing it until they're showing gray all the way around the edges. You're going to want 24 because you're going to put 12 on the top and 12 on the bottom, and that way you're going to get a nice even heat. I'm going to be using a Dutch oven, a 12-inch Dutch oven with a lid that has a rim on it like this. And I'm also going, and it also has legs on it, and that makes it much easier to keep the Dutch oven from resting right on the coals. And you don't want them right on the coals underneath, you just want that heat coming up. The ones on the top can be on the lid itself. So let's get started. So the first thing to do for the cake itself, drain 2 cans of chunk pineapple. Don't forget your can opener on the camping trip. You're going to be going to the camp store if you do, probably for more than just this recipe. And once you have that pineapple drained well, we're not going to use the juice in this recipe, so go ahead and drink it or offer it around the camp. Just put it in the bottom of the Dutch oven and spread it out so that it's not overlapping or on top of it. That's about what it's going to look like. Now take a lemon cake mix. I don't have a preference as to what brand you use. This one happens to be Duncan Hines, which tells me that it was probably what was on sale. You have the cake mix in here. The only other ingredient is a can of lemon lime soda. Now, if you're going to use diet, use the Shasta brand. They use sucralose in their soda. And this is just as simple as dumping the can of soda in with the cake mix, and you're just going to stir it until all of the powder is mixed with the soda. You don't want to beat it more than that because you want the carbonation from the soda to give that cake lift. So now I'm just going to take a handful of these sweetened coconut flakes. So that's going to be about 3/4 of a cup, and I'm sprinkling it right over the top of the pineapple pretty generously till the pineapple is almost all covered. So once you have the coconut and the pineapple in the bottom of the pan, gently just spoon this Sprite and lemon cake mix batter. Oops, I can see I missed a little bit of the powder right there. I'll just stir it in real quickly. You're going to be impressed by how delicious this is. With no added fat. There is a little bit of fat in the coconut, of course. In fact, once it's all settled in, give it a good spread like that. That'll just push it down in between the pineapple so that the pineapple is all encased in the batter. And then take that last 1/4 of a cup of sweetened coconut, sprinkle it over the top, put your Dutch oven lid on. Once you have your cake all made, lay out a circle of 12 coals in your fire pit. Put the Dutch oven on top of those coals. Load with tongs your 12 briquettes on top, and you're going to bake it for about 30 minutes. Now, I'm going to use a regular oven, so I have it set at 350 degrees. The 12 on the bottom and the 12 on the top are going to create a 350 degree oven, more or less. So I'm going to go ahead and plop this into the oven. That's what the cake looks like at this point. I'm going to let it cool off just a little bit, and then we'll scoop some out and see how it is. I'm assuming you're going to be cooking this in camp. I'm not going to try to remove the cake from the pan. I'm just going to scoop it out of the Dutch oven as it is. So that's what it looks like underneath. You've got that fruit all nice and moist. The cake on top. Then I'm going to put a nice scoop of Cool Whip on there. Cool Whip is the ideal topping for camping because it isn't going to spoil. Okay, I hate to eat in front of you, but I have to describe it to you, so what choice do I have? So take a break from reading that wonderful book that you found online, Expelled, A Story of the Polish Resistance by Beth M. Stevenson, and sit down to enjoy this delectable dessert. So, the fresh pineapple, or the pineapple, get that wonderful punch of flavor. And you know something? This cake is so moist and so light, I don't think that you really need the oil and the eggs that most of these recipes call for. I don't think you need it at all. That Sprite really did a wonderful job of creating this really delicate texture that's delicious. That is not just for camping. That's for parties and special occasions. Absolutely delicious. That really is great. Thanks for watching. Come back soon.